up, you guys? It's Sequoia, your Silicon Valley tech editor, and we are on with a special guest today, Brooklyn Tankard from Bravo TV shows Thicker Than Water. Hey, Brooklyn, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing today, Sequoia?
I am so excited to talk to you. I've seen so many interesting clips with your family, the Black Brady Bunch.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. So tell us a little bit more about the show for the people who may have missed it.
Oh, so basically, my family show, Thicker Than Water, is really about this big, loud, fun family that goes through ups and downs. I mean, my family is hilarious, but it also gets really, really deep into like underlying issues that a lot of families don't talk about. And it forces those topics to come to the issue. And it's all real, honey. And ultimately, what you do get to see, though, is that our family is really thicker than water. So we tend to work through our issues and get some resolve so you don't feel bad at the end of the show.
I like that. I like that a lot. So people know you from the show, but what people don't know is that you have this incredible entrepreneurial background. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, you know, I'm an entrepreneur by nature. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA. My entire family is entrepreneurs. You know, my father definitely paved the way by being the world's best-selling gospel jazz artist with all his platinum and gold records as a music artist. And he definitely passed that creative gene to me. I sing, I act. But even prior to that, I've been producing beauty, hair shows, art shows, fashion shows. And they're always fantasy, avant-garde, over the top because I'm a little over the top. And so I also have a hairline called Queen Brooklyn's Luxury Hair. And yeah, so I'm an entrepreneur by nature, and I just believe that we all have gifts and talents, and we can find ways to maximize those gifts and talents to help others and make money with our own businesses. So you get to see me going in on the show, producing my hair shows, pushing my hairline, and I'm glad that people got to see that real side of me on the show and that they continue to go on this journey with me.
So let's get into your musical production, the I Am Royalty Extravaganza. Tell us about that.
Girl, let me tell you, I'm still tripping right now because, I mean, it's just phenomenal. I'm so glad that such a unique idea came to me. I've always loved plays and musicals. I've always been in plays and musicals from a child all the way up until the recent one I did in LA. And this last play that I did in LA was really inspiring for me. And I said, you know what? I want to tell my story. I have a real story. I have been through some things as a young woman, and I have grown so much. And I feel that we all are royalty. So the name of the production is I Am Royalty. And of course, I have my music. I have my album that I've been working on, which is also entitled I Am Royalty. And it's a visual album. I shot a video in London. So I said, how can I take this music and bring it together with my acting and bring it together with my fantasy hair and my fantasy makeup, you know, all of the things that I love, and bring in Circus Soleil dancers that are hanging from the ceiling, aerialist, you know, a live band, because I absolutely love and live for live music.
Yes.
And then I love painting and art. So why not have an artist paint a mural of the production while it's going on? And then let's go a step further. I love animals. So I said, why not? Let's bring some animals into this production. So we are literally taking this. It's like circus meets musical meets beauty extravaganza all together to tell a story. And it's all about entertainment, art that tells a story. And that story is that I am royalty. You are royalty. We are royalty. No matter what circumstances that we go through, we still have greatness on the inside of us. And sometimes we let that childlike greatness and faith die because of circumstances. And in this journey with the I Am Royalty music extravaganza, you get to see me go through that journey. You get to see me lose that sparkle in my eye. And then you get to see me find it again and actually pitch the show for my family. And then thus we have Thicker Than Water, the starlet, who I am today. And it goes from back then to now. So it's fun and it's real. It's
Ooh.
really real.
And then where do we get to see this at?
Well, actually, it's already shown in Nashville. Next, we're going to Atlanta, New York, LA, and a castle in London.
Okay, I see you.
Yes, so I wanted to do something different. And I said, well, you know what? I am royalty. We're in London. Why not do it in a castle? And we're going to make it a full on experience. So when you come in, you're going to feel like the queen of the day. The guys are going to feel like the king of the day. They're going to get champagne glasses handed to them. There's going to be roses thrown on the floor while they're walking in. Like, you're going to literally be catered to. This is going to be an experience like no other. I promise you would never go to a musical production like this ever.
Oh my goodness. So I'm excited about that. But tell me how you're using technology to kind of enhance this experience.
Oh man, let me tell you, I just recently was at New York Fashion Week and I had the opportunity to be one of the first celebrities to experience the first time that virtual reality was used along with a fashion show production. So Samsung actually presented the event and they had these virtual reality goggles. And with the goggles, it literally took you to a castle in Milan, which is where they shot the fashion show in a castle in Milan, okay? And so when you put on these goggles, you're in the castle. You can see it. It's like you can touch it, and the models are so real to you. And so after experiencing that this previous New York Fashion Week, I said, I really want to implement that into my shows because I can bring in lights, just more light work, just so much that you can do with technology. It's amazing. So I want to implement that into my shows moving forward. So I'm working on a few surprises right now to just really take it over the top. Fashion, beauty, music, it all meets technology because that's the world we're living in right now.
So true, so true. And so we hear your creative side, and so many people have those kind of creative endeavors and lack like the financial side, but you don't. Tell us about your financial background and what you've been doing within fintech.
Well, first of all, I'm a business major. And so, although I'm a creative, I definitely have a business savvy side. And then when it comes to technology, I actually built a robot in the seventh grade.
Okay.
And so I know, right? But I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be groomed by people who are really successful in business, multimillionaires, billionaires. I have a great management team that I learn a lot from. And I just think it's really important to have mentors around you. Mentors. I'm not looking for you to give me anything, give me money, but mentorship is really key. And so through mentorship, I learned how to find the value in the creativity and what I have to offer. And I learned how to get the funds. I learned how to get the sponsorship. I learned how to get the investment. And when you have something that's different, people want to be a part of something different and cutting edge. Way too often, we try to follow a trend. We try to go along with what other people are doing. And it's a lot harder to bring in financial support when it's something that everybody's doing. But everybody wants to be a part of something new, which is why I think it's important that my I Am Royalty Extravaganza is over the top and it has, theatrical dancers and that it has technology and that it has live animals and fantasy and avant-garde hair pieces that are rotating and lighting up, because when you put that in front of a sponsor and investor, that's a totally different conversation, honey.
Yeah.
This is not a little skit, boo. This is not a little skit, boo, boo. Okay? And so then you can go and sit down and talk with the big tech companies and say, hey, listen, I'm doing something different. I'm doing something innovative. Is this something that you would like to collaborate with me on? Because this is cutting edge and it has a message behind it. I think it's really important as an entrepreneur to have a story. You have to have a story. People want to know your story. People want to buy into you first and your story before they even look at anything that you have going on. And by God, he knows that I have a story. I have a story for sure. Okay. I mean, and I'm just so thankful though, because I feel like pressure makes diamonds. It's the things that you go through in life that make you who you can truly become. A lot of times when people find out that I was 18 and I had a brothel, they're like, oh my gosh, what happened? How could you? Well, I was a young girl that got pregnant at 14, that got lost in the world in the streets. But guess what? I found my way. I cleaned up my life. I switched it around and I said, you know what? this test is going to be my testimony. The very thing that should have broken me and destroyed me is going to be the very thing that's my pedestal. It's going to be the very thing that makes the Iron Royalty Extravaganza so interesting and so funny and just so, I mean, the kitty cabin scene from the brothel scene is hilarious, girl. It is hilarious. And I can't wait to get to that part of it, ironically, you know? And so I'm thankful for those things because it has set the foundation for a story. And I'm thankful for the business savvy and the mentors. If you don't have the business savvy, get mentors with the business savvy. And that's how I've been able to have extravagant beauty, fashion, and hair productions that have been able to be funded, you know, as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I so 100% agree with that. Like your story, a lot of people have certain things that they go through and then they try to hide those things versus embracing them and then using them as a part of their story. So I'm super glad that you've been able to incorporate that. So exciting. So you are working on a financial app that deals with stocks. Is that correct?
Well, actually, it's not an app yet. Right now, it's a Forex Trading Club. And what that is, yes, Forex stands for foreign exchange, which is the exchange of foreign currencies. And what a lot of people don't know, that this is the largest financial market in the world. This is how the banks invest our money. This is how the governments invest. This is how the Donald Trumps let it be known. And this is how the Robert Kiyosaki's let it be known, honey. This is how they invest. If you look at the top 0.01% income earners in the world, a lot of them have over 61% of their portfolio tied up in the Forex market. That note is taken, okay? Because it's a small percentage of people that own the majority of the wealth. And I'm trying to look at what are they doing? Are they sitting their money in a savings account just waiting on a measly 3%? Are they sitting around with an annuity thankful for that 4, 5, 6%? No way. They're not doing that. They're getting hundreds of percent returns and thousands of percent returns in the wonderful Forex market. And 10 years ago, you had to have a large net worth, hundreds of $1,000s fluid cash just to trade. But now the average everyday person can trade with $100, start off with $50 and literally build wealth. And this is an amazing opportunity. I have right now people in my trading club that are making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. I have people that have added an extra $100 a day to their income, some an extra $1,000 a day to their income. So this is another opportunity if you are an entrepreneur or just a 9-to-5er who needs more income or just want to set your children up for college or what have you. Forex is a real valuable option. And so we have trading clubs all around the world. The company that I've partnered with is in over 120 countries. So what happens is not only do we teach you how to trade Forex, but we also have a platform where you can receive trades. And you can start making money while you're learning. So before you even learn, honey, you can start making the coins.
So how do we get more information about that? Because I am ready to sign up.
I got you. So we have a trader's hotline, okay? The trader's hotline number is 615-544-5266. And then you can also email info@brooklyntangard.com and we can go ahead and get your first consult, see what your goals are, and get you started. And the other thing is it's really affordable because we try to make it affordable for everybody to be able to be a part of the Forex Trading Club.
Well, beautiful, Brooklyn. I am so excited. You've dropped so many gems on us today.
Yes, girl. I have so much more. They got to call the hotline for all that.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. We don't want to take any more of your time up because we see you're doing a million things. But yeah, thank you so much for being with us, and we really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. It was great speaking with you today.
Bye.
Bye.